check in. All racers check in. This is a rolling start. The loop is going to go live. The loop is going to go live in about 5. The loop is live. The loop is live. Once you cross under the timing loop, your time will start. Joe, you're running. Paul's running. John's running. Scott's running. And Chris is running. All races are on the clock. All racers on the clock. Paul out fast with a 13.050 on his first lap in first place. Now moving down to third place with a followed by 21.91. Scott's currently in first, Paul second, Chris third, Joe fourth, and John fifth. Scott, your last lap, your first lap, 16.55. Chris, your last lap was a fast lap, 18.92. Joe, your last lap, 23.88. John, your fast lap, 20.22 was your last lap. Running order, Paul, Chris, Joe, Scott, John. Paul, you're currently on a 14.406 pace, currently in first place. Joe in second with 12.402. Chris in third with 12.402 as well, so they're giving each other seals there. John in fourth place, looking to take that number 3 spot from Chris. John on 12.407 pace, and Scott, you're currently on a 15.408. Looks like you were out of the race. Oh, Paul coming down from the driver's stand. So Paul, our race leader, coming down, may pop the turnbuckle or something. Joe, your last lap, 16.15. That was your fast lap, Chris, 62.2. That was your fast lap. Chris is taking over that number 2 spot from Joe. Running order, Paul, Chris, Joe, John, and Scott. I think Paul's going to get bumped down next time around. He came off the track for a little bit. Race is halfway over, guys. Race is halfway over. Chris now moving up front, Joe in second. Joe, you're just 1.4 seconds behind Chris's pace. Up and now taking over with a 14.99 fast lap on the last lap, Joe. That puts you in first. Chris down to second place. John in third now, moving up from 6th to 3rd. Paul in 4th, and Scott in 5th. Seconds on the clock, guys. 90 seconds left to go. Joe, Chris, John, Paul, Scott. That's your order. Joe currently in a 14.413 pace. Chris 13.402. John, your last lap 18.7 was your fast lap of the race, and you are in 12.415. Paul on a 10.4 flat. Now 11.411 pace. Scott on a 10.422. Chris, your last lap 15.77 is your fast lap of the race. Scott, your last lap 16.39. That's your fast lap of the race. Running order, Joe, Chris, John, Paul, and Scott with 1 minute left to go. Joe just about 1 second ahead of direction. So Joe out in front of Chris. John in third. John your last lap, 18.58 is your fast lap of the race. Paul in fourth and Scott in 5th. There you go, Chris and Joe battling out for that number 1 spot. Chris just 3.2 seconds behind Joe. Up and now taking over that number 1 spot from Joe. Race number 2, you're up next. Modified versus 4-wheel drive Buggy. You guys are up next. Real tight race again. Chris and Joe, 1 and 2. John and Paul fighting out for that 3rd spot. Real tight race there as well. Paul just 3.5 seconds behind John with 10 seconds left to go on the clock. Chris out in front. Joe 8.3 seconds behind Chris. John Paul 17.010 on the last lap. That is your fast lap of the race. As time expires, all races are on the clock. Joey, you're done. Joey, you are done. Everybody else is still on the clock. Keep racing. Keep racing.
He's like fair.
Everybody on the clock. Keep going. Scott, you're done. John, you're done. Chris is done.
I have nowhere to charge our car.
Going for Paul.
Oh, I got it.
Paul's out. Yeah. Finish your lap. All right, race number 1, put it away, head out turn marshal. That is the race, guys. Final order, Chris, Joe, John, Paul, and Scott. Chris, a 14.410. Joe 13.4 flat, John 12.405, Paul 12.430, and Scott 11.403. Next up, we got modified brushless two-wheel drive buggy. All racers are checked in. All racers are checked in. We're going to go get the loop going live. The loop is live. The loop is live. When you cross, your time will start. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. We got John, Sonny, and Jay all running, and so is Matt. And Paul ready for Chris. Well, Chris, before started, somebody let somebody pass it. Now all races are running. All races are on the clock. That first lap, somebody coming down with 16.040, Matt 16.65, Paul 17.2, Jay 20.28, John 20.47. And Sonny following that up again, getting faster, 15.65 on that second lap. Matt pulled a 15.17, but currently in second place, right behind Sonny. John 19.45, that's your fast lap so far. Paul 19.09. Jay pulled a 55.5. Small accident there. Chris pulled a 15.5 on the last lap. So you're running order right now. Matt, Sonny, Paul, Chris, John, Jay. Paul, Chris, John, Jay all pulling fast laps on that last lap. Jay great lap 15.4 on lap 15.4. Sonny moved up to first. Well, he wasn't first on the 15.52 fast lap on that last lap for you. Fast lap the race still goes to Matt 15.17. Race is halfway over. Race is halfway over. Sonny, Matt. Now Matt taking over that spot. Matt, Sonny, Paul, Jay, Chris, and John. John 16.32 on that last lap. That is your fast lap of the race. Sonny taking it right back over and winning that fast lap battle. 14.8 on that last lap for you, Sonny. That puts you up in first place and gives you the fast lap of the race. Matt just 0.07 seconds behind Sonny on the clock. Oh, yeah, that's your fast lap of the race. Chris, 14.7 on your last lap. That's your fast lap of the race, and that is the fast lap of the race. Moves you up to third place, Chris. Oh, but Jay takes it right back, pushing you down to fourth. So running order, Matt, Sonny, Jay, Chris, Paul, and John. Real tight race between Sonny and Matt. Sonny, you're about 4.3 seconds behind Matt for that number one spot. With 30 seconds left to go on the clock. Remember, you're on one clock. Paul, 16.95, that's your fast lap of the race. Moves you up to third place right in front of Jay. You and Jay are virtually tied for that third position. Jay's 0.000 seconds behind you. Time is done. Matt, you moved down to second place. You're 1.2 seconds behind Sonny. Can you make up on this last lap? We're going to find out right now. John, you're done. John, you are done. Sonny's done. Jay's done. Keep racing. Matt, you're done. You're done. Paul and Chris are on the clock. Paul and Chris, you're still on the clock. Keep going. Paul's done. Chris getting that last lap in. And that is the race, guys. Ooh, Chris moving up into fourth place, taking over that number 4 spot from Paul on that last lap. Good job, Chris. So final order, Sonny, Matt, Jay, Chris, Paul, and John. Good racing, guys. Okay, here we go. The loop is live. The loop is live. If you let somebody pass you that's checked in already, you will be forced started, and your time will start when you are forced started. So, again, if you sat way back in the corner over there, wherever that was, and let people pass you that have already checked in. All right, both racers are running. We got Devin and Ruben both being forced started. Devin and Ruben still are on the clock. Devin and Ruben, we got both forced started. Still looking for Devin.
You can't turn it back over. You got pictures in the video. Are you serious? Yeah,
There we go. All racers are running. All racers are running. Devin. Ron pulling 15.36 on that last lap. That's your fast lap. So he passed out the race. It's Scott with 14.66 on his last lap, followed by 14.47. Ruben, you pulled an 18.72 on that last lap. That is your fast out of the race. You're currently in fifth place. Running order Scott, Ron. Now Scott, Gavin are on Devin, Ruben. So Gavin and Ron swapping that number 2 spot back and forth. Scott's still out in front. With 6 laps complete, Gavin 4, Ron 5, Devin 3, Ruben 3. Ruben pulling 17.010, getting faster, Ruben, getting faster. Still in fifth place, however. He may move up to 4th. I think Devin might be off the track right now. The race is halfway over. Scott, Ron, Gavin, Ruben, Devin. Let's see, 3 people on the stand out of the 5 that started. The struggle. All right, Scott currently on a 16.404 pace, Ron 15.405, Ruben 11.412, and Devin 10.404. There we go, I see 10 minutes. So we lost Gavin on that one. Yeah, as they did not finish in the row. So one left to go, Scott, Ron, Ruben, Devin, that's running over. Scott and Ron both pulling fast laps on that last lap. 14.22 for Scott, 14.66 for Ron. Fast lap the race goes to Scott with that 14.22. We will do a resort after this, so we'll put the faster guys. We'll put the faster guys in the last race. Oh, actually, it's a main. Never mind. Yes, it's of course it's going to be resort. We will have a B main with a bump up, a B main with a bump up, guys. All right, time has expired. All races are still on the clock. Keep racing. Scott, you pulled the 13.63 on your 14th lap. I missed that. Nice job. Ron, you were done. Ron, you were done. Scott's done. Look for Devin and Ruben. Devin and Ruben, you guys are still racing. Devin and Ruben, you guys are still racing. Didn't want you done yet. Oh, is he out of battle? Push him downhill, John. Push him down the hill.
Ruben, you gotta work with me here.
He's going to make it. Somebody give him a kick. Somebody give him a push over that jump. Just put him on the loop. And that is a race, guys. That is a race. All right. Final order, Scott, Ron, Ruben, Devin, and Gavin. Racers. 5-minute A-main, 5-minute A-main.
Killed.
Turn marshals are ready. Racers are ready. Go on the tunnel.
Hours. Well, something stupid. I remember.
Oh, and flips over.
Right now, I
Gets
just
flipped
over
over.
tightened everything. So the servo was real slow. Didn't have much movement. What's your speed low? All right, cool. Oh, actually, but now, is it better? No, I have less left turn. Oh, maybe I don't. I didn't change my. Oh wait, did I do that in this one? I think you did. Yeah, I called it. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's the problem. Yeah, because I had it down at 70 right now. Now it's still.
So one down, 4 to go. Running order: Paul, Scott, Joe, John, and Chris. All racers with 3 laps complete. Fast out of the race goes to Scott so far, 16.11. Paul right behind him, 16.68. Oh, and then Joe, 16.5.
Okay, I remember it was really stupid.
Chris fast out 17.37. Joe fast out moves up to 3rd place.
Yeah, I spent
Scott's
hours
fast
trying
out
to figure it out.
16.11. John's fast out 19.708. Running order: Paul, Joe, Chris, Scott, and John. Paul out in front, 16-1 that last lap, Paul. Oh, followed by 17-1. Two down, 3 to go. Paul, Scott, Joe, Chris, John. Running order: Paul, Scott, Joe, Chris. 6 laps. John, 5 laps complete.
Oh my god. So my mini
Real
slabs,
track
right?
race between 1 and 2. Scott and
was running
Paul.
like
Scott just 1.2
10,000
seconds
dip
behind Paul.
oil in the shocks just because it was like the shocks were so bad, right? Yeah. Finally bought new springs.
Right
Right?
behind him,
So
Scott.
much better. Totally different car.
See how they do. And now Paul is sitting in the lead with a 2.5 second lead.
Okay. I think
Joe in 3rd place. You're 5 seconds behind Scott. it
I'm
looks
like, the springs are so strong. 70. Yeah. So
Chris, you're about 6 seconds behind Joe for that number 3 podium spot.
what camera there?
3 down, 2 to go. Running order: Paul, Scott, Joe. Now Scott, Paul, Joe.
A good one.
Chris and John. Bob Turnbuckle. The race leader now 2nd place. Bob Turnbuckle is going to try and get fixed. Oh, Joe finding himself upside down underneath the bridge there. Chris getting turned upside down. So still in good race. Minute and a half to go, guys. Minute and a half to go. Scott, Joe, Chris, John. Chris and John battling out for that final podium spot. John just 1 second behind Chris. Can he close the gap and chase him down? John does. John taking over that number 3 spot from Chris. Can he hold on to it? Is the question. 1 minute to go. Fast on the race has changed now. Chris with the 15.86 on his 9th lap. Chris with the fast lap at 15.86 on his 9th lap. So Chris taking over that number 3 spot for John once again. Now Paul knocking on John's door. Can he take over that number 4 spot from him after that pop turnbuckle? 30 seconds on the clock, guys. 30 seconds left to go. Scott, Joe, Chris, John, Paul. That's your running order. Paul taking over that number 4 spot for John, pushing down to 5. Okay, Joe Curley, number 2 spot. Time to expire. John, you're done. John, you're done. Time is up. Chris is done. Scott's done. On for Joe and Paul. Joe's done. And Paul's done. That is a race, guys. That is a race. Final order, Scott, Joe, Chris, 1, 2, 3, Paul, and John, 4, and 5. Alright guys, this is the last race, race number 5, last race tonight. It's your 5-minute A-Main, modified versus School Drive Buggy A-Main. Your mini B class, brushless mini B's. Look for Scott, Sunny. We got checking smaller racers. We need to line them up. Scott first, Sunny second. Scott first, Sunny second. Matt third. Matt third. Ron is fourth. Jay is fifth. Ron fourth, Jay fifth. And Chris sixth. Let him up. Okay, guys, this is your 5-minute A-Main. Racers ready. Turn marshals ready. Go on the toe. Oh, look at somebody over clean right away out there. Yeah. Is that Sunny? Sunny Mom's being right away. Scott only 14.37 on that last second lap. That's the fast out of the race so far. Ron 15.58 on your last lap. Jay 18.05. Matt 21.96. Sunny 17.36. And Chris 17.89. Jay coming off the top rope as well. And down below. Alright, we're in the order. Scott, Ron, Matt, Sunny, Jay, Chris. Matt, Sunny, and Jay all with their fast laps of the race so far. 15.42, Matt. 15.16, Sunny, and Jay 15.33. But the fast lap goes to Scott with 14.37 so far. All racers with 5 laps complete except Chris. Chris, you got 4 laps so far. Ron Bowling 14.63, that's your fast lap, Ron. Sunny 14.63 as well. Matt 15.41. On your last laps, that's your fast lap of the race. Two down, 3 to go, guys. 2 down, 3 to go. Run the order. Scott, Ron, Matt, Sunny, Jay, Chris. Your fast lap of the race. Real tight race on 2.4. Ron, Matt, Sunny. Just about 6 seconds separates those guys. Matt, you're about 8.5 seconds behind Scott for that number 1 spot. Sunny, you're about 2.5 seconds behind Matt for that number 2 spot. And Ron, you're about 8 seconds behind Sunny for that number 3 spot. tight race at 2, 3, and 4 spots. Scott, Matt, Ron, Sonny. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Jay, Chris, 5, and 6. With under a minute to go. Scott pulled a 14.33 on that last lap. That's the fast lap of the race. Looking for Matt, Ron, and Sonny. Those guys are battling it out for that 2, 3, and 4 spot. I mean, the podium. Sonny just about half a second behind Ron. Ron's about 1 second behind. Oh, Chris is broken. He's out behind Matt. Scott comfortably out in front. Oh, Sonny jumping the double. Didn't land it very well, but he's going for it. Matt, Ron, Sonny, 2, 3, 4. That's the race to watch. Time is expiring. How will they finish? Matt's done. Ron's done. Sonny's done. That's how it finishes. Scott with that win. Just got to finish that lap. Jay, you're done. And Scott's done. That is a race, guys. Wow, really tight between 2, 3, and 4. Well, final podium spots go to Scott, number 1, Matt, number 2, Ron, number 3, Sonny, just about 1 second